install a new seat on my Honda NC700X. Anybody who's familiar with this bike probably knows that it's well known for having a torturous seat on it. People refer to this as the torture device. And when I first got this bike, I didn't really know what they were talking about because I'd ride around on it and it felt fine to me. But then I took about a 300-mile trip on it, and that's when it became clear. After about 50 miles or so, it really gets excruciating. And I can't really tell you why, but it does, and it's well known for that. So lots of people put aftermarket seats on it, and that's what I'm going to do today. What I ended up with is a Seat Concepts low version to go on this bike, and what they do is they send you the actual foam and the upholstery, and you install it yourself if you want to. You can have them do it too. I think it's another $20 charge for them to do that, which for most people is probably the way to go, because if you actually have to go out and buy everything you need to install this yourselves, it's gonna end up costing you more than that. Like for stapler, and you need some spray adhesive and staples and that sort of thing, and that of course will end up costing you more than the $20. I really need to get a tripod. This is kind of a pain trying to do this by myself, but with one hand. So don't be alarmed at the way this looks. That's just because it's not stapled on anything yet. So they just send you the upholstery. It's all cut and ready to be installed, and then they send you the foam, new piece of foam to go on here, and it will fit right where this piece is eventually. And you can also get the same type of thing for the right or the passenger seat, but I did not opt for that because I don't carry passengers anyway, and it's close enough fit to where I don't think it really looks odd to have the stock passenger seat on there. But like I say, you can have them do it. You'll have to take your seat off and send it to them so they can install it and send it back to you. And if you want to keep your original foam and upholstery, remove that before you send it to them, because if you send it all to them attached like that, they'll just remove it and throw it away. What you're going to need to do this is a pneumatic stapler, 1/4-inch wide crown staples. This is just to fit this staple gun. 20 gauge staples. This is all from Harbor Freight. And you're going to need some spray adhesive. This is 3M Super 77, which they suggest you use, or something similar. So I'll start off by showing you how to get the old seat off. Open that to get to these two bolts here that are holding the front seat on. This one here and this one here, and they're just a 10 millimeter bolt. Pull both of those out and the seat comes right off. Okay, those are off, so the seat will just lift up, pull right out of there. We need to remove all these staples here along the inside. You're going to need a flat screwdriver for that, or something similar. And then we'll pull this off and get the foam out of there. take the foam off, which I believe can just be peeled off from what I've read. This new seat material, you want to put this in the sun or someplace warm inside the car. I think I'm going to put it inside the car. Get it to heat up so that it's nice and pliable for when I start stretching it over the foam. Okay, before I glue the foam on here, what they say to do is to knock down any imperfections in this pan, any sharp edges or anything like that. And one thing I notice is that these staple holes, they end up poking up quite a bit, so they're kind of rough. So I'm going to knock those down with sandpaper and get all the rough edges off of this. It's really not much, it's just mainly the staple holes. Okay, that'll do it. Now, next thing is I'll take it and wash it real well. Get all the oils off of it and everything so that the adhesive will stick to it for attaching the new foam. Okay, here's the plastic that came with it, and that just goes right over the top. It's nice and warm now, so what they say to do is to fit it over the front first, and then just tack it down on the front. Get it all situated front to back before you start stapling anything. Make sure it's centered. They may give you a little notch here. It'll help you determine where the center is. That's kind of nice. And you want those seams right at the edges. And on the front, they say that this front seam should be just over the edge. Keep in mind here that I have never done this before, so they have instructional videos on YouTube. C Concepts does, so if you want to learn how to do this properly, you should probably be watching him, but if you want to see what happens when an amateur tries it, just keep watching here. Okay, so we got that front down, and now they say to tack down the back. I'm going to get this right on the edge. That's what they say is the important part. Is not try to get all the wrinkles out of it right off the bat, but just get it on the edge so it's lined up correctly. I noticed on the video that C Concepts has out there that they actually end up, in the end, when they get to finishing off the back part here, they actually end up pulling a few staples out and aligning it a little better to get some of these wrinkles out. So I'm assuming that's what I'm going to end up doing too. Actually, this part here may be down a little too far, so I think I'm going to realign that. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to pull up one of these rear staples to get this wrinkle out of it here. This seems to be a little high. You can see the edge is right over here, so I need to pull that over a little more. This edge looks pretty good. Got a couple of minor wrinkles here. I guess that's pretty common, and from what people say, after the bike sits in the sun a little bit, that these will go away. We'll see. I'll try that, and if they don't, I'll come back later and re-staple it. But for now, I think I will pull this staple out and see if I can realign this rear part. Yeah, no, tin snips are kind of overkill for a thin little piece of plastic, but it seems to work better than a utility knife in this case. All right, there's that. And I noticed that these could be restapled a little lower. These here, they could be stapled up in here. I've got them way up there, but I think I will maybe wait on that to make sure that these wrinkles go away by this seat sitting in the sun. All right, so that's it. Just got to put it back on the bike and see if it's okay. So it's been about a week since I did the new seat, and those wrinkles are just not going away. I like the way it turned out. I've been for a couple of rides on it and it feels good, but these wrinkles are really bugging me, so I'm getting tired of waiting, so I'm just going to try to take those out myself by pulling a few staples and tightening up the upholstery a little bit. Okay, well, it's really amazing how quickly this warms up. Just a few minutes in the sun and it's pretty warm already. So now I'm just going to stretch this around the corner like that and put a staple in there. to hold it. Wow. Okay, just like the other side, they're still there just slightly, but that is much better. And yeah, I think that's probably going to work. Yeah, that's much better. So I think I'll stick with that for now, and then I'm going to get a hair dryer and put it on there and see if that will further take those out. All right, well, it looks to me like they've almost completely come out of the left side, and we've got just a little bit of visible on the right. I think I'm going to call that good. Ride this bike around for a while and take another look at it, and then I will update the comments and let you know how it went. Okay.